Okay, today's video covers taking off the brake booster for the 1972-20 Mercedes -8. The problem we have is that the master cylinder was leaking into the brake booster, so we've pulled already about 800 mils of brake fluid out of there. Now we've got to take it out and clean it up, and we'll spray it while it's out so you can see if there's any rust around it. So first thing we need to do is to take off this vacuum hose, 19mm spanner. Hopefully, by the look of it, it's actually going to clear the master cylinder for the clutch. And we'll just have to move these brake lines very, very gently out of the way to get it out. That's the plan. On the inside, we need to disconnect it from the brake pedal and then disconnect it from the firewall from the inside. Okay, we've disconnected the air vent here, which takes it from the dash out to the side of the car. What we need to do now is get into this nut here, disconnect that takes it from the brake pedal, and then there's 4 bolts along here which disconnect the vacuum from the front of the car. So that, first things first, we'll take this hose off here, 19mm spanner. It's not very tight, and when we've got the hose off, we'll just put something over it to block the vacuum pipe so it doesn't get damaged or doesn't get anything down into it. I just want to bend that too much, so we'll just put it out of the way over here. Make sure it doesn't get damaged. Now, next thing is inside the car. Alright, we've disconnected this air pipe that takes it from the centre of the console down to the right hand side of the car. We'll now disconnect this, which is the air carrier, which is blocking what we're looking at. Okay, number 10 socket. I'll just take that bracket off the air hose here. Just unclips, it goes up over the top. Just try and bypass this spring. There we go, and we'll take that out. Go. Yes, there's a bolt up the top there, so 1, 2, 3, 4. First things first, need to disconnect this bolt here. Right, so 17 and a 13 for the pedal. The pedal might actually spring back towards us a bit because it's under tension slightly just here. So we'll just have to be careful of that. Okay, we have a nut and a washer. Okay, it's an adjuster screw, this one, that sets the different angles for the brake pedal. That's the bolt there, and it's an off-center one so that you can adjust where the brake pedal sits. Okay, let the brake pedal go free. This one here's got a little bracket. I don't know what the bracket's for. Doesn't, just make sure we put it back in the same way. Comes out to the left hand side with a little dip just here. Okay, so these aren't very tight either. This is the brackets coming off. It goes back on that way. The bracket. And now the challenge is to get to the one up in here.
When I bought this little Milwaukee 1/4" bent ratchet, I didn't know how much I'd use it, but this is the second time I've had to use it in the last few weeks. That's going to get very difficult to put back on. Theoretically, that's all we need to disconnect to pull the servo, the vacuum servo, through. We'll now just wiggle it around, see if we can get it out. It's coming out, looks like. Just got to make sure I don't take these wires with it, these brake lines. Okay, so far it's looking reasonably good. Okay, it's out of the car. It's just got to gently bring it up behind the brake lines without damaging the other bits. So it comes in this way. Okay, let's clear the brake lines. To feed it back in, we'll feed this back in first, downwards, then feed it behind the brake lines and put that through the hole in the firewall. There's a very delicate seal here, plastic one. It's not damaged. It's where the booster will go onto the firewall, and it maintains a vacuum seal. So we might take that off. We'll just check it